On the Halloween weekend, Temple held its 30th annual fencing open in McGonigal Hall. During the two-day event, drawing over 34 teams and nearly 600 fencers, the anticipation was high and the fear of elimination was looming. Among the top Ivy League schools attending the event were Virginia, University of Penn, Swarthmore, NYU, Duke, and North Carolina. The competition began with women's varsity as Temple's returning veterans Christy Griffith and Melissa Parker pushed their team for top placement. Though Griffith fell second to last of the final stage, Parker moved up from 5th to 2nd this year. Though the fencers eliminated remained to help support their teammates through the final stages of the tournament.
Most competitions start at around 7, 8 in the morning. They can run all day. Really, you are fencing until you're down.
Many would not only wonder about the tactics, maneuvers, and rules of the game, but the most interesting question revolving around the sport is how can you tell each other apart?
Everybody wears socks that represent their team colors. And it's really great because you walk into a room of 100 people and they're all wearing white and they're all running back and forth, and so you can just focus on the sock color and you can find your teammates. And they're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Also, there's kind of very standardized uniform, so the socks are kind of the only thing that you have that you can really sort of embellish. Yeah.
From McGonigal Hall, Temple University, this is Joe Zariello, Owl Sports.
The rain and the cold could not stop Temple football and its fans this past weekend with Army in town. It was not only an important conference game, not only induction time for the 2009 Temple Hall of Fame class, but it was also homecoming.
It's been amazing. We're hanging with a lot of cool guys, and we're winning our game.
Great, but it's cold. Yeah, I enjoy it, but the weather is...
With Temple leading after the first half 13-3, the band cleared the stage. Among the athletes being inducted into the Hall of Fame ceremony were Les Roggs for baseball, Jim Van de Silver, gymnastics, and Christy Poplowski for lacrosse. Then the crowning for the homecoming king and queen came next for Darren Jarrell Lee and Candace Moses. With the homecoming week coming to an end, an eventful night with a concert featuring Asher Roth and Lupe Fiasco caps off the newly crowned Temple royalty and a successful win by the Owl football team. But for some Temple football players, this was their last homecoming.
I mean, it was a lot of emotion. We treat every game, with a lot of emotion. We always try and come out and play our best every game. But this being homecoming, this being my last homecoming, I had a little extra, something inside, like I had to make a play. Everyone had to do their best. Everyone had to get the team going.
Fight, fight, fight for the cherry and white with Owl Sports. This is Ian Burke.
Temple's Rock Climbing Club was once down and out with a limited number of members and low funding from the university. But with the introduction of new club presidents, students have found more interest in the club, and membership is at an all-time high.
We've grown so much. We're getting a lot more respect from the club, from Campus Rec. We just doubled our funding, so we're definitely growing, gaining a lot of interest.
A sense of self-achievement, quick problem solving, and community participation are the basis of this club.
It's sort of like the adventure of getting out and exploring a new area, and really at the end of the day, kind of conquering an obstacle.
This is actually, it's like a challenge for your body and for your mind too. It's you're going on the rolls and they're actual problems. You actually have to think about how you're gonna get into position. So it's a workout.
With the friendly members of Elite Gym, one can tell why the club ventures over the bridge to New Jersey instead of staying in Philadelphia.
We love teaching people how to climb, and because climbing is not just a sport, it's like a way of life.
You need help, someone will just randomly give you some pointers, and it's just a big community. You're part of the climbing community.
Reporting from Elite Rock Climbing Gym, I'm Seth Clare, Owl Sports.
For athletes at Temple University, the end of the fall season marks a transition from game time action to weight room action. In order for the Owls to keep up their intensity, they continue to stay active by participating in off-season workouts. The Strength and Conditioning Center in McGonigal Hall serves as the arena for these athletes to stay in shape after they leave the field.
What you want to do is you want to take a look at the nature of the sport, the demands of the sport. the movement actions involved in that sport, and then the metabolic demands involved in that sport. And then based on that, we're able to put a program together that's most effective for those athletes.
Coming off a difficult 11-loss season, the women's soccer team looks to take advantage of these off-season workouts, along with a variety of other activities to help keep them in shape as they prepare for next season.
Before winter break, we lift twice a week. So it's 45 minutes to an hour of lifting.
We lift on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and in the wintertime we run on our own.
As long as they're staying active and doing things that are ultimately going to make it so that they're ready once we pick up again in the spring, then I'm fine with that.
Besides keeping them in shape, Coach Jones also stresses the importance of academics.
You know, they're here to get a degree, and they're here to start the process of what they're going to do for the rest of their lives. So we feel like academics is very important.
We do study hall in season 6 hours a week, out of season 8 hours a week. And if we don't have a team GPA of a 3.0, we have to do team study hall 4 hours a week.
The time between seasons serves to shape and focus the minds and bodies of Temple's athletes. Reporting for Owl Sports, this is Ian Burke.